Well, it came as a total surprise to me. I just got the phone call, and it was not an easy decision because it's going to define me for the last chapter of my life, I'm afraid. But I'm very excited. Some wonderful people are turning their attention back to Harry Potter.
When in doubt, I find retracing my steps to be a wise place to begin. Good luck.
What is up, all my fellow citizens of the wizarding world? We have a massive update that's just breaking. It has now been officially confirmed that John Lithgow will be playing Professor Dumbledore in the new Harry Potter series coming to HBO and Max. And let me tell you what, Dumbledore is a very important casting, and when it comes to all the cast for this show, I'm going to be looking at it with a magnifying glass, but this is probably going to be the most unexpected choice. But the more that I think about it, it kind of feels perfect, and so that's what I want to talk about today, my friends. As always, go down to the comment section, leave me all of your thoughts on this John Lithgow Dumbledore news, and let's just dive into this thing, huh? Okay, so John Lithgow, yes, the John Lithgow, the Trinity Killer. Winston Churchill, third rock from the sun, kind of any generation you look at it, we all know the guy, and now it's confirmed that he is going to be playing Dumbledore. And let me tell you why I feel like this makes sense. The first reason is because the dude has range. Clearly, Trinity Killer, Dexter's one of my favorite shows. I love Dexter. Season 4 is my favorite season of the show, and the main reason is because of the Trinity Killer. And I know comparing a serial killer to Professor Dumbledore is a little bit of a strange thing, but when we're talking about range, he absolutely kills, no pun, that role. But then you see him in a role in The Crown like Winston Churchill, or you remember his comical days in Third Rock from the Sun. He just knows how to do a lot of things, and I think the casting department, when they're taking a look at John Lithgow, whoever made this decision, the higher-ups, they know that he can pull off a lot of the stuff, because Dumbledore has layers. He can be quirky, he can be tough, but he can also be very dark, and I feel like this is an actor that's going to be able to embody all of those different emotions. You can kind of just picture this guy with a big white beard and a twinkle in his eye, very similar to a Richard Harris. I feel like they're going to pull off the first couple seasons really well, but as we get deeper into the series and things get more serious, I can't help but think that a few years down the road, he's going to really grow into this role, and it's just going to be perfect. I think the one main slight concern that I had seeing this, and this is nothing against John Lithgow, it's just an age thing. He's only in his 70s, and so I don't think it's a major concern, and I also feel like the story of the past kind of lends itself to the role, and so when you're thinking about a new actor taking on this thing, you're just reminded of Richard Harris, and Richard Harris, he was my Dumbledore, and it was so sad to see him pass away, rest in peace. We were just getting used to him. As a kid, I had just gotten used to him, and then Michael Gambon steps in, but as I've rewatched those, and also rest in peace to Michael Gambon, as you rewatch the movies now, Michael Gambon steps into Prisoner of Azkaban, and he has this gravitas about him that I feel like it's going to be fun to see Lithgow go through the whole thing and be able to just embody all of that. But with him being an older actor, you're just kind of reminded of the Richard Harris situation, but they're not going to cast Jude Law in this, you know what I mean? I guess they could have and just aged him up, but I do feel like when I'm really looking at it and really thinking about it, John Lithgow's age right now is pretty perfect. But this casting also tells us a lot about the direction that HBO is taking this thing. They're not just grabbing the first actor that looks like Dumbledore and putting him in the role, like they're getting actors for this. People who can bring fresh and complex performances to these legendary roles. And if Lithgow is Dumbledore, that makes me even more excited and nervous, I guess, to see who they do cast as Snape and who they cast as Voldemort and who, of course, the freaking trio. Now that this is real, now that this Dumbledore thing is real, the rest of that is going to get really real really fast. And it's funny, after this announcement of a new HBO Harry Potter series, it was kind of like, oh wow, I can't believe they're doing that. Are they really doing that though? There was kind of this element of disbelief. And this is the first time that I've been like, holy shit, they're doing this. But apparently filming for the series is set to kick off soon with a planned release in 2026, and we still don't know who's playing Harry, Ron, Hermione, but the fact that Lithgow is involved, I think it's a great sign, and I really do think that this show is going to be big, at least everything that I've heard about it so far, mainly including who's writing it and the team that's behind it. it just feels like it's going to be a massive success. I very much hope so. I can't wait to see until we get a first look and we get some sort of a feel for it. I think that's going to tell if us Harry Potter fans can really start to put our hopes into this thing. But what do you guys think? Do you think this John Lithgow casting is a W, or do you think it's just kind of like, maybe it's not for you? Please let me know all of that down in the comments. I would love to hear all of your guys' thoughts on this. Also, my friends, make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. That helps the channel greatly, as well as subscribe if you're new here. I make Harry Potter videos, Avatar videos, movie, television reviews, you name it. I'm doing it here on Jones Vibes. But more than anything, my friends, and I'll stop you right here. I just want to tell you, keep up the good vibes. Hope you're having a good day. Peace!